this week is no different. We're going to talk about solitude, the benefits of being in solitude, that's spending time alone without feeling lonely. A lot of people don't know how to spend time with themselves and not really be terrified. Most people are terrified of being alone. And I understand the feeling because I've been there. I didn't realize that I was there again through one of my shadow work moments with marijuana. I was reminded, or it was revealed to me, that I'm uncomfortable spending time with myself. And so I remember one night I was smoking weed by myself, and I just started having this type of panic attack about being by myself with my thoughts. And I just felt like, what is this? I can't manage this. You start to think that maybe the weed is too strong or something, but this is just how marijuana works. It gets you thinking. And sometimes when you're by yourself thinking, if you are not used to that, it can make you uncomfortable. And so I remember spazzing out a little bit. It was in the middle of the night, so even thinking about calling somebody for some company wasn't an option. I guess I could have watched TV, but I somehow wasn't finding comfort in that. And I found myself going on social media, then coming off, then going on, and then I'd have this anxiety about not going on to social media. So every time I would close off the social media app, I would start feeling this anxiety about it. And then I started to really question myself, like, what is going on with you? Why are you so uncomfortable just being by yourself and with your thoughts? Why are you so uncomfortable? What is it that you are hiding from yourself? I decided I was going to sit with my thoughts that night and explore everything that I would usually avoid thinking about, and really start to think about why I was thinking about those things. Why were these thoughts haunting me? And why was I even uncomfortable with them? There is a beauty and a power in spending time alone. And aloneness does not mean that you are lonely. I think that's the part that frightens a lot of people. I remember a few weeks ago I was asking my mother, what do you ever spend time alone? Just time by yourself, because her and my father are going through, I don't even know what to call it, because I'm just like, at this stage and age of your lives, y'all are acting like some teenage kids or some kids in them 20s who can't figure it out. But anyway, they're living separately and they have been for over a year now. And I think it's the most time, because she's older now. When you're younger, you have friends, you have all types of distraction. And then we're much older now. 3 of her children are older, so we have our own lives. So I think now more than ever, she has to learn how to be by herself. And I think she struggles with it a lot, because I noticed that she is always on the phone. Even when I'm around, she can't help herself. I'm just like, so am I not enough company? What is this? She has to go on the phone, or she has to turn on something from church. She has to be occupied with work stuff. She always has to be occupied, so she never really has any time for herself. So one day I sent her a message and I said, why don't you spend some time with yourself? You feel like you have a challenge spending time with yourself? Do you know who you are? Do you feel comfortable about who you are and that you are authentically you? Do you feel like, because I tend to think that she's a people pleaser. So, do you feel like you are 100% yourself most of the times, because she's not the type of person that likes to say no. You know, I just don't think that she's had the time to really be by herself, enjoy her own company, and figure out her own self. And that's one of the benefits of solitude, is that you spend time with yourself, you get to know yourself. There's a lot of self discovery happening when you are in solitude, and you become very comfortable in your skin and who you are, and you feel strong in yourself because there's no outside influence. When you're spending time with a lot of friends, people influence you. As I've said before, people imprint on you, and you can't always guarantee that what comes out of you is purely from you. A lot of times it's from other people, what they think and what they think you should do. But when you spend time with yourself, you tend to feel more grounded in who you are and what you're about. There's no confusion. You know, and I find that that's probably why lot of people who have lots of people around them feel so lonely. And I could have added this to last week's. If I didn't, I think I might have put something in there about spending time with yourself. But if I didn't, this is definitely one of them. I could have definitely added this, that spending time with yourself helps you with loving yourself. If you want to perfect your self love, spend time with yourself. If you want to perfect your authenticity, spend time with yourself. And guess what? You don't even have to worry about being alone. Because when you spend time with yourself and you are being your authentic self, you will attract your tribe. You will attract the people who are like you, right? And so you can be comfortable, even more comfortable, being yourself. Some of the most genius people in the world, some of the most inventive people, the most creative people, knew what it is to spend time in solitude. They understood the benefits of spending time in solitude. Some of the most creative things will come out of you when you spend time alone. Because when you spend time alone, you have time to think. And thinking is a good thing. I know they're not really encouraging those things nowadays. That's why they don't want you to meditate. Because when you meditate, you actually think, you spend time to sort out your thoughts as well and make sense of them. And who doesn't want to do that? And why would anybody discourage you from doing that? Right? So when you have time to yourself to focus your thoughts, you can zoom in on things. All of the things that you need to do, that you need to figure out, right? I've said before from meditation that a lot of answers have come to me through meditation, because I have time to sit and think and ponder on things, and the solutions come to you once you ask the questions. It's just kind of one of the ways that the universe works. You ask a question and the answers come to you. It's magic. So some of the geniuses in this world were able to figure out some things, create some things, because they had time to themselves. And maybe people thought they were weirdos. Maybe people thought they were strange. They were loners. But it's okay to be a loner sometimes. I go in solitude all the time. Every time I get a chance, I have friends who always ask me, how do you do that? Like, how do you just go to the beach by yourself? Why not? Am I supposed to wait on somebody else to want to go to the beach before I go? No, I want to go now, so I'm gonna go. Do I have to wait until a group of friends want to take a trip somewhere? No, I'm gonna go by myself. Traveling alone is one of the best paths to self-discovery. Go to the river by yourself. Go to the beach by yourself. Go to the movies by yourself. I don't really enjoy going to the movies by myself, but you might as well. You can't talk to somebody in the movies anyway, so why not go to a movie by yourself? You understand? I'm never afraid to be alone. I'm never afraid of my own company. If I feel like taking a trip to Treasure Beach by myself, I'm gonna do it. Just me. and I'm gonna have fun just me by myself. I enjoy my own company. And as I said, a lot of the best ideas, a lot of the best solutions to problems that I have, I've found them while I'm by myself. Right? Because nobody know more than me. Nobody has better brains than me. So I can put my brain to the test and figure out solutions to problems too. And I know this might sound, impossible for women who have babies and have children, but you are a woman. So tap into that feminine energy and get creative and figure out creative ways to have solitude, right? And maybe it is that you're just gonna have to see you and your baby as one, which you should anyway. I can't pretend like my experience in solitude is gonna be the same as yours. I can't pretend to understand, what it means to always have someone else with you. But what I do know is that you are a woman and it is not impossible. And I know it's probably even more difficult for single mothers to do. But I think it's important, So even if it might cost you a little extra dollar to create this space for solitude, try and do it, because a healthy you is better for your family anyway. So you have to take care of your mental health. And whether you're considering alone time or you're feeling lonely, it's important to know that you're never really truly alone. Everything in this space is connected. There's an interconnectedness happening all around you with the plants, with the animals. There are always people who need you for something or another, because that's just the way life is. We need each other. So you're never really alone. And as I said, especially when you are comfortable being yourself, you will attract the people who are like you and who want to be around you and want to spend time with you. Like right now, I'm being myself in being a truth teller and speaking it like it is, even when it makes people uncomfortable. I think the people around me, mostly my family, are probably tired of me and my honesty now, and my want to get to the bottom of things. But I just want us to heal. I want our families to heal. I want our communities to heal. And I want us to heal as a nation. And of course, as I always say, it starts with self. So you have to work on self first. And this is why the focus this season is on self, because everything else will come after we've done the work on self. So the next time you're alone and you feel the need to pick up the phone, turn on the TV, check an email, the next time you feel anything other than the need to just be, ask yourself why. Why can't you just enjoy your own company right now? You don't need anything else. Just spend some time and sort through some ideas, some thoughts, some negative emotions, maybe. Just talk to yourself, reason with yourself, and be. Just be. That's it for this week's episode of the Sacred Living Podcast. Please don't forget to check out our sponsor, tropicanaturals.com, for some amazing self-care and wellness products. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe. Don't forget to like and leave ratings or reviews of the podcast. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate your listenership as well. And I hope you feel like it's a fair exchange. Let's link up next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. Take care of yourself, and walk good.